reason they picked that location is because they currently own the land behind there. They're gonna use the current access once, yeah, not very much, but once that new building is done, they're gonna level on that way up the hill. Not fast.
I see that they have the building on there, the existing building is going to be demolished, and there's going to be parking lot there.
What's the scale of this map? Do you know, Bruce?
I don't believe there is a scale to it.
But there's the retention pond.
I see it. I see it.
I have some concerns, because it's not far from
That was my concern when I
So I think that's something that needs to be addressed before they move forward down the road here. But I can see they do need a new building. It would be an improvement.
It would take the place of 3 of their current elementary schools.
They also propose, at this point, or anticipating into a separate new access point. The old access point will still be utilized, which will be for, if I recall, parking for the faculty, and it after hours will be for used for the for general population. The new access road will actually be for busing and for student drop-off.
That's interesting. Any other questions or
Yeah,
comments?
John, did you, I'm considering the schools are exempt from zoning classifications. Why do you think they even had to go through to try to come up with some will-fit daycare category?
You know what, Tom, I'm not sure that they are exempt, but I was thinking when this first came up, they're obviously, if they are not exempt, why isn't this just a pre-existing non-conforming, expansion? Because the use is there. I understand they're expanding the footprint, maybe that's why they're not going that route. Right, that's what I'm saying, because they're moving the footprint, but
It's not a change of use, though. But, they are exempt. I mean, they can go in any district, whether we have a category for them or not. Now, they have to follow the regulations in it.
in each district, and that might be why, because in the R2, there are special exceptions.
But the
There has to
special
be-
exception, there's no, to try to say that they're like.
I don't think it's permitted, I think you're suggesting, Tom, it's permitted in all districts as a permitted use.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I've not looked at that. I understand daycare centers and other ones we usually would see, or more readily see, are not exempt and have to follow
Would
zoning.
you look into that for us? Because
See if they have to even go through the process.
Through that exercise of, like to pretend it's use by special exception,
Okay.
it just seems like it's an exercise of futility.
I'll look at it.
Because if the zoning board would decide to turn them down, they can't. It wouldn't have any effect. They can't keep a school out of any zone.
No, you're not suggesting we would have to come back before you on a site plan?
Oh, yeah, they have to follow all of those.
Okay.
But I mean, if they wanted to operate in the middle of a residential neighborhood or a commercial neighborhood, they're permitted. The school code trumps our zoning classifications on that. So I want you to look at that and.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'm not aware of that at the school code. I mean, I know it exists, I'm not aware of that provision. It makes sense that they would be able to be more compatible with a lot of different districts than most. When is this scheduled, Bruce?
July 21st.
Okay, so we'll take a look, I'll let the board know, and then we'll get word to them if they have to go through it. Not just, they'll make application to this board or planning commission.
Is there anything else, Bruce?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, on another matter, the last planning commission meeting in the month of June, the discussion came up again regarding the comprehensive plan. was for the most part the consensus of the planning commission that somehow, some way it gets moved forward with some type of new plan. Due to the fact that the age of the plan that was proposed is somewhat dated at this point, it was felt that maybe the board's inclined to look at bringing on a consultant to review what we have and make recommendations. It would be my opinion that we'd probably have to put this out for an RFP, a request for proposal, to firms to find out exactly what their thoughts are.
I think that would be a good idea, Bruce, so we go ahead and move forward on that. You're just asking right now basically to advertise for some firms to give us some ideas who's out there. I know Roberta Schraff used to do a lot of this for us, and she's not available anymore.
There's quite a few individuals out there that are not taking any more work on because they're starting to wind down in life, but I think the best thing to do would be put it out for RFP.
Well, I agree. I think we put it out, and then we can see what applicants we get. We can have some interviews and see how we feel about it. How does the rest of the board feel?
The board would have to vote if you want to do that.
Okay, so let's make a motion to put it out for
I'll make that motion.
the professionals to get some applicants. It's been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So moved. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing further.
Any other questions from?